guys, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like this is gonna start being like a thing on my channel, me filming in the mornings and having my morning coffee with you guys. This is just the time of day that like the baby's sleeping, Chris is either sleeping or he's like out and it's just quiet. So I feel like this whole morning filming thing is gonna become a thing here on my channel, so you guys know. So today's video is gonna be a pretty quick, simple, easy to do, but like go-to video. I'm naming this video my go-to vacation makeup just because when you're on vacation, it's like you wake up in the morning and you don't want to spend an hour and a half getting ready. You want to kind of just like get up, get ready, look good, go out and explore and do things. And then later at night when you get back to the hotel, you don't want to like take another hour and a half getting ready. Like you want to get back at the last minute, fix yourself up a little bit, go to dinner and continue on your vacation and have fun and chill and explore and go to restaurants and drink, and you just want to have a good time and you don't want to spend your whole vacation getting ready. There are times that we're on vacation, like especially on cruises, I don't know why, that I love to get to the room early and take my time and take a shower and do my hair and do my makeup because that stuff is really relaxing to me. But when I'm somewhere new that like I want to see things and I want to explore, I don't like to waste time getting ready. And even though I call this my vacation makeup, it's honestly kind of become my everyday go-to makeup because it's just so easy, especially now that I have the baby. Me and Chris would just decide on the weekends, like, hey, let's go have dinner. And I'm like, oh, I'm starving, let's try to leave in the next 30 minutes. I'll take a quick bath and I'll be ready to go in 25, 30 minutes. This is my vacation makeup, but it's become my everyday go-to, all the time makeup. And I feel like if you're like me, it's gonna become yours too. If you hear like a little bit of in the background, is that I have the baby here on the monitor. We're watching her. She's sleeping. And we have her little rain noise playing in the background. She has a very serene sleeping routine. She sleeps with rain every night. So that's what that noise is. But I zoomed you guys in so you can see a little bit better. And now we're bringing out the ratchet mirror again. So sorry, I promise that I'll get a new mirror that's like way cuter very soon. Promise. So I always start this routine the same way. I kind of always start my makeup. Let me take my ring off so I don't dirty it. I always start with primer, and if you watched my last video, you know that I have been obsessed with this little primer combo. It's the Touch in Sol No Pore Blem Primer mixed with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. So I just kind of take like a pump of that and a little squeeze of this, mix it up together, and put this on my face. It is really important that when you do this specific makeup look that you wear some type of a primer. Like even though I just did all my skincare routine, because in the morning I always wash my face, do all my moisturizers and stuff, even though I just did that, it's still really important to put primer on because you want this to last all day. Basically when I do this makeup look, I don't take it off. Like I put it on in the morning and then later on in the afternoon, if I'm gonna go somewhere or I need to like, just amp it up a little bit, I'll just touch up and add a couple little things, but I don't actually wash my face and redo my makeup. That's part of the beauty of it, of being on vacation, being out all day, getting back, fixing yourself up and going back out without having to completely redo your face. So you wanna wear a primer so that everything that we're gonna do now sticks well and wears well throughout the day. Also, disclaimer, if you're gonna do this look and you live in Florida like me, you cannot do this and like be outside all day long and then come back. Like you're gonna have to wash your face before you go out. I do this when I go like when I was in DC, I did this a lot because it was cold, so it's like my face wasn't melting away from the heat all day long. And when I do this here at home, it's because I'm gonna be like indoors, like maybe I'm going to the mall, or I don't know, I'm gonna be like somewhere indoors. But if I'm gonna be outside all day, I pretty much have to always wash my face when I get home because I'm like a sweaty disaster. So moving on, this is probably the main thing that you need in order to do this look, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. If you don't have this, you need to get it. It is a game changer. It is incredible. I actually need to go and get this in more colors because this exact color that I have here works for what I'm gonna do right now because it's literally my skin tone. This is the shade Golden Beige, so it's like my actual skin tone that I have right now, but I do want a lighter one for highlighting underneath of my eyes, and I do want to get a darker shade also, maybe like for some contour and whatever. But this has the most amazing coverage and it feels so nice and light on the skin. So I just like to use a little bit of this and I put it right under my eyes, a little on my eyelids, next to my nose because I have some redness here. I basically just spot conceal my entire face with this. Like wherever I feel like I need a little bit of coverage, I just put some of this. I have some redness over here. I always like to put some on my nose. And just because I'm a little bit fair right now, because I really haven't gotten any sun, I'm gonna use a little bit of my Makeup Revolution concealer, because it's just like a little bit lighter. And I'm just gonna kind of dot this on, just to lighten it a little bit, because I'm scared that my Born This Way might be a little too dark for me right now. Then I always take a synthetic brush, and I just kind of press this into the skin, kind of like press and flick, just like that. And this concealer blends into your skin so beautifully. The trick with this is to use a very minimal amount of product. It's better to use a little bit of product and then have to go in and add more after, as opposed to using too much and then looking really cakey and like you have on too much makeup. Remember, this is really the only thing you're putting on your face. We're completely skipping foundation. So you don't want to put so much that it looks like patchy all over your skin. You really want to use a light amount and then really work it in and press it into the skin so it almost looks like your skin. As you can see, I did this side of my face, and look at how nice and clean this side of my face looks in comparison to this side. Like, I have a lot of redness right here. I just don't look as clean as I do on this side. But it doesn't really look like I have on makeup on this side, you know what I mean? When I normally do my makeup, I don't use too much powder, but when I do this look, I use even less powder, just because when you put a lot of powder on your face, it can make it look like you have a lot of makeup on, and that's not the vibe that I go for when I do this makeup. Like I said, I just want my skin to look clean and nice and effortless, and I want to look presentable, but not necessarily like I have a lot of makeup on. So what I do is I use my Fenty powder. This is in the shade Butter, and then I use my e.l.f. blush brush, which, can somebody explain to me how this is a blush brush? Like, I've never understood how this is a blush brush, but whatever. So I just use kind of like whatever's over on the cap here, and I pick it up on my brush, and I just press it in directly underneath of my eyes. Like, I'm literally just keeping it right underneath of my eyes, just to avoid creasing. And then I'll do the same thing on my eyelids. Just kind of press a little bit of powder on there. And then I always like to use a little bit of powder right here in this area, because I tend to get a little bit of oil outbreak right here. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows very quickly off camera. There's not really much I can say about your eyebrows. Everyone has their own type of eyebrow routine. I use my Morphe pomade in the shade Biscotti. The one thing that I will say is, when you're doing this look, you want to put something on your eyebrows that's gonna last, so you can avoid doing your eyebrows again later. That's why I like pomade, because for me it's what lasts the best. Normally I'll have to touch it up later a little bit, but for the most part, it lasts. So then I'll do a little bit of like bronzer slash contour, and I just use my Maybelline Super Stay foundation stick and this little bit of Techniques brush. I use a very small amount. I kind of just like grab a little bit on the brush, very small amount again, and I'll just throw a little bit on to accentuate my cheekbones a little, nothing too much. And again, I like to keep it really soft, and I do this really fast. And I always put a little on my forehead too, just so I have like an even bronze across my face. So next is like a super important product in this whole situation, and it is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I've talked about this numerous times here on my channel, but basically it's this highlighter mixed with foundation. It's just like super glowy, but this gives you that perfect lit from within, super healthy, natural looking glow that you just look like you got the best night of sleep ever, and your skin is just flawless right now. But because it still gives you coverage, and we have such a light amount of makeup on our face, it really does help to clean up your skin even more. So I just put this on all the high points of my face, take my beauty sponge, press it in, and as you can see, I've got this nice all over soft glow happening on my face now. And it takes 2 seconds. This is my first bottle, and I've had this for like a year. This stuff never finishes. It's a little pricey, but it never finishes because you use such little every time you use it. So moving on to blush. You guys know that I love my NARS liquid blush, but it is really messy because you have to put it on your hand or on a little plate in order to like really like disperse it evenly on the brush so you don't get splotches on your face. And I love it. It's amazing and it's beautiful, but it's just like messy. It's a lot of extra work when you're in a rush, so I don't use it. I really like the ColourPop blush sticks. All I do is I get my little synthetic brush that I always use for my liquid blush. This is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. It's the JH04. I love this brush. And I literally just pick up some blush directly from the stick. And then I kind of like do like a little soft smile, and I just press this into my cheeks. And this is just a lot faster. It's a lot less messy. This one is in the shade, what color is this? Under Pressure. So then, since I did my contour like really fast, kind of messy, wasn't very precise, I like to just take a little bit of facial powder. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Golden. It's a very lightweight, like baked powder, so it's very luminous. And I take the same brush I used in my under eye area, and I'll just use that to kind of clean up underneath of my contour, just so that if it got too messy, this kind of just like softens it up, makes it look a little cleaner. So the lipstick that I've been loving for every day is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. So I'll just throw some of that. It's like a warm, soft, I love this color. It's such a good shade. I normally like to put a little bit of a gloss on top too, just to give my lips that nice juicy look. And I've been loving the Fenty Glow Gloss. So use a little bit of this. And then to just finish off the look, because I like to be really glowy and dewy, I'll go into my Becca and Chrissy Teigen palette, and I grab a little bit of this like more bronzy shade up here on like a nice big fluffy brush. And I'll just very lightly kind of like dust this over the high points of my face, kind of like in a C right here. I'm using very, 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 very little. And then once I do that, I dusted it like in all the high points of my face, I'll grab the more pinky shade right here. Again, very small amount. And then I'll smile and just put a little bit right on the apples of my cheeks. Then I will set my face, which nothing has changed. I like to use the Milani Make It Dewy Mist with the Milani Matte. So I use the matte one in the center of my face, because I feel like that sets this and this really well, so I don't get like that oil. And then I use the dewy one on the sides of my face to kind of accentuate that glow. And that's it. If you want to put on mascara, you can. I don't, because I have such little tiny baby lashes that I feel like mascara makes no difference to my lashes, and it honestly just gets messy and it's just a pain in the ass. So I just really clean up my skin. Not having anything on my eyes doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that look, but if you feel like you want mascara, by all means, throw on mascara. But this is it. This is what I do for during the day. So now I'm gonna go run a couple errands with the baby, and then a little later today, I will come back so you guys can see how this makeup looks after I've worn it for a few hours. And then I will show you what I do to kind of like amp it up and bring it to the next level for nighttime without having to wash it off. So I will see you guys in about 2 seconds for you guys, but maybe like 4 or 5 hours for me. I'm back and I'm wearing shorts now, and this chair is really cold. I need to get cushions for these chairs so bad. Wow, okay. So I'm back. I'm sorry if you hear rain in the background. It is raining. It's already nighttime. And if you hear lullabies in the background, Leah is napping. Right now it is 6:54, so it's almost 7 o'clock at night. And when I filmed this morning, it was around 9:30 in the morning. I know I didn't say the time when I filmed earlier, but it was around 9:30. So as you can see, I have a pretty good base going. My skin still looks very smooth, very flawless, just very clean. My eyebrows are still perfectly intact, which for me is like what takes me the longest with my makeup. Doing my eyebrows is like, takes me forever in a day. So having that already done is like massive for me. But as you can see, I do have some oiliness here around the sides of my nose, which is completely normal, and kind of like in my T-zone, like here I'm a little oily also. So the first thing I'm gonna do is touch up all my oily areas. When I'm out on vacation, I get back to the hotel, I wanna just like fix myself up very quickly to like keep going. I like to take a little bit of my MAC Studio Fix. This one's in the shade N4, it's just kind of like a light color. And I take my same little under eye brush, aka the e.l.f. blush brush, the blush brush, and I just like to press this in right here in the areas where I got a little oily and right under my eyes. And as you can see the difference between the two sides. That just like cleaned up that shininess and kind of re-brightened my under eye area. This is literally just a powder foundation, but I like to use this since I already have such a light amount of makeup on. I like to use a little bit of this to just bring back a little more coverage and to mattify those areas that I want to be matte. So then to just make it look like I have a little more makeup on, like I'm a little more glammed up, I like to add a little bit of bronzer right on top. You can really use whatever bronzer you want. I'm gonna be using this one from this Ofra palette that I have. I don't even know what this bronzer is called, guys. I'm so sorry, it's in this palette. But it's just like a really nice soft bronzer, and it has like a little bit of a sheen to it, so it gives me like a nice luminous glow. I really like this bronzer. And as you can see, that kind of just like amped up the makeup and just made it look like I have a little more makeup on. and give my face a little bit more color and a little more structure than what we had a moment ago. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge, and I'm actually gonna bake underneath of my cheekbones, because during the day, if my contour slash bronzer isn't super defined and chiseled, I don't really mind, because I was just going for more of a natural look. But since I want to look a little more put together, a little bit more going out-ish, nice-ish, I do like to bake underneath of my contour at this moment to just give my face a little more structure. Sorry, I can't talk when I do this. So we're just gonna leave that there baking. And I use my Fenty powder in the shade Butter. So while that's sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little something to my eyes. Nothing too crazy. I usually just grab any neutral palette that I have on hand. Lately, I've really been loving this iconic London palette. This came in this month's BoxyCharm, but I've been really into it. I really like the shades in here. So this is what I'm gonna go ahead and pop into. So the first thing that I like to do when I do my eyes is I like to go into a nice creamy shade. I'm gonna go in with this one called Marshmallow from this palette. And I'm just going to put that right underneath of my brows, kind of just pack it on. It just kind of like makes you look more done up, and it's like the easiest, simplest little step to just do super quickly. So now I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Ultimate Tan. This is kind of just like a brownish, neutral, has a little bit of like a almost peachy undertone to it, but it's a pretty neutral color. And I'm just gonna run this directly through my crease. I'm not even gonna like do anything crazy. I'm just gonna throw this in there to add just a smidge of definition. Then I'm gonna take a pencil brush and take that exact same color and just run that right on my lower lash line. And then I honestly just choose any shimmer shade, just something neutral. I'm gonna go with a shade right here called Peach Fizz. I've used this one before and I really like it. And I'm just gonna tap this right onto my lid. The shimmers in this palette are really pretty. I love them. And I'm just keeping it really soft. I'm not even like doing a cut crease or adding a lot of definition. I just want myself to look like naturally glammed up, like nice and like I tried, but not like too much, you know? Then I'll just pick up any light colored highlight I have on hand. I'm just gonna use this one right here from the same palette. This is Rodeo Drive. I'm just gonna pop that right into my inner corners to give myself a nice little inner corner highlight. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my brow bone also, just in the highest point, to give my eyes a nice all over glow. So now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away this bakage. Now I'm just gonna pop on some lashes very quickly, and that's kind of like what just brings this whole look together and makes it look really done up. These are the Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. They're basically like Kiss number 11s, just a little bit thinner and not as black. They have like brown and black hairs in them, so they give you like a really nice done up but still a little more natural type of look. Okay, so lashes are on, and now you can see what I was talking about. You see what I mean? Like they're very like wispy and soft, and they add like that nice touch of glam, but they're not like too much or too intense. And they have a very nice thin band, so if you're not wearing a lot of eyeshadow, you still don't see the band of them, which is very nice. So I'm just gonna take whatever's left over on this blush brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more blush on. And now I'm gonna do my lips. So normally for lips, at least when I was in DC, I was wearing a lot of like neutrals. I wore a lot of black, white, beige, cream. Like, I don't know, I was just wearing like really neutral colors all the time. So I wore a red lip almost every single day, and I was like feeling it. I loved it. But for today, I'm not in DC. I'm wearing a white shirt right now, but I'm gonna change my clothes now. I'm not probably gonna wear something neutral. So I'm gonna do a nude lip. So I'm gonna start off with my favorite. This has been my favorite lip liner for quite some time now, and this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Sandstorm. I love this lip liner. So I went ahead and I just lined my lips and filled them in kind of lightly. Sometimes I literally just do this. I love this color so much. It's like the perfect kind of like pinky, browny, taupey. Like, I just love it. It's literally perfection. But I'm gonna put more stuff on, obviously. So then I'm gonna use this Morphe lipstick in the shade Kissy Face. Another lipstick that I'm obsessed with. And then to top it all off, I'm gonna use a little bit of the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. And then I'm gonna do my little setting spray combo one more time. And that is it. I'm transformed now into a quick little nighttime dinner look. Like I said, I normally throw on a red lip and that really elevates this look. I'm not gonna put on the red lip tonight. Okay guys, sorry, my camera died, and then somebody started getting a little fussy. We had to give her a bath and now she's ready for bed. Oh, yeah. But this is the finished look, guys. You get the gist of it. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. This is what I pretty much do every day. But really, this is what I like to do when I'm on vacation, to not waste so much time getting ready and be able to enjoy my vacation more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you want to see more of my videos, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Say bye, baby. Say bye-bye. I don't know what she's staring at. Bye.